Hello, hello. May peace and blessings be with you. I hope that you are doing well. I am going to talk about using the LeadConnector app if you are using OneTech or GoHighLevel and using either the LeadConnector app or the GoHighLevel app or the white labeled version of your app that you have through another agency. What I am about to share is relevant to all of them. We are going to be looking at social media content scheduling. I know I touched upon this in a previous session a little bit, but I'm going to do a deeper dive because I do feel that there's a need to cover this topic again. So that's why I'm back and I am wanting to cover this with you. If you're watching this replay elsewhere, I really highly recommend you connecting with me on Facebook because I'm pretty active on Facebook. And if you want me to look at some questions that you may have or something like that, then joining my Wealthy Startups community is even better. In addition to just following my page and liking my page. So by following and liking my page, you'll get notifications for these live sessions that I do. But if you want to take it a step further and be able to interact with me and also ask me questions or something like that, then join the Wealthy Startups group. And if you really, really want a great experience working with me, then I want to encourage you to sign up for one of my programs. OneTech is the white label version of GoHighLevel with additional bells and whistles that you can also sign up for when you get that. In addition to having a super amazing, robust platform like GoHighLevel, you also get office hours with me every week. I also cover new features that are being released. I personally test them and learn them and then teach them. So if you are interested in doing that, please join OneTech and you can be in the Zoom room with me, ask me questions every week. We talk about strategy, we talk about how-tos, we talk about new features and things like that in there on those calls. In addition to that, you also get on-demand training through OneTech, which is pre-recorded sessions where I am showing you exactly how to build your opt-in funnels, how to build your sales funnels, using templates that are also available in the system, how to build your automations and things like that. And I'm constantly looking at that library and adding more and more to it. You also get 24/7 tech support by my team. And our intention is that you never ever feel alone in building anything that you're building for your business. So if you have a tech question related to OneTech, you could just hop on. You can submit a request if you can't be on Zoom, but you can also request a Zoom call with my teammates. And we are happy to hop on that for you to help you out. Let's see what else you get. Oh, you also get credits to be used towards emails and messages and phone calls and things like that, because everything with GoHighLevel, you pay for the usage beyond the monthly subscription. But if you sign up for OneTech, we also include credits based on the plan that you're on. You could have $10 or $20 of credit every month to use towards those things, which covers quite a bit. So you don't have to pay out of pocket for that. Okay. So now that we've talked about OneTech, let me just give you the link real quick in case you are interested and want to check this out. It's super simple, onetechcoach.com. Now, I'm going to actually share my phone screen and we will get started. So this is my home screen on my phone. I love simple designs and things like that. Okay. So while I'm here, I'm going to go into the LeadConnector app. That's where the magic is going to happen for us to schedule social media content and stuff like that. But let me just do something. I almost want to start here because I think sometimes people ask me this question too. I don't think I've covered this before. So I'm going to go into Canva first. And okay, let's just create a design in Canva. Let's just talk about maybe a checklist template, some sort. Not my designs, we'll do templates. Okay, so let's say I am creating some sort of a checklist. I'm like such a nerd. I love checklists. Okay, so to do checklist, morning routine. Morning routine looks cute. Let's go with that. All right, let's say this is something I am creating. I would, of course, like add my own branding and stuff like that to it, right? I'm not going to go through the steps of doing that, but, you know, just know if this looks good to you, go with it, add your own logo and things like that to it if you like. Okay, let's say this is the design we're going with. I'm going to tap on this up arrow thing in the top right corner. So from here, I am going to download this onto my phone. And I can also change the image resolution, the size of it. That just makes it a little bit higher quality. And if I had multiple pages, it'll ask me if I wanted to, I think it'll show me like all the pages and you could just tap on current page and that would be it. Okay, so I'm just going to tap on download from here, and it's going to download this on my phone. There you go. It's done, right? It's downloaded on my phone. So now I'm going to go into my LeadConnector app. Okay, so in the top left, the little hamburger icon, I'm going to tap on that. Then I'm going to go into Social Planner. And let's say today, I'm selecting today's date, and I want to post something on one of my Facebook pages or something like that. So you're going to see all of the platforms that are connected to this account up top over here. So if you have other platforms like Instagram, you have LinkedIn, all of that, and they are connected to your OneTech account or your GoHighLevel account, then you will see them here. For this test account, I only have 2 Facebook pages, so that's why I only see that. But that's okay. I'm going to just schedule something for this new design that we created to these pages. So to do that, I'm going to tap on the plus in the bottom right corner. From here, I'm going to select all of the platforms where I want to post. You can do multiple platforms at the same time, which saves a lot of time. I love that. Then tap on create. So right here, I'm going to say something like that, right? Okay, so I tap the up arrow because sometimes I can't tell like how to get out of this screen to be able to scroll down to see the little part to add the picture. I should probably report this to GoHighLevel. But what I do is I just tap on the up arrow over here. It just takes me here. That's fine. I'll just tap on the back button and it brings me back to the screen. So in the bottom left, see where it says media. So from here, I can either choose something that's already in the media storage gallery that you may have uploaded previously, or in our case, the file we got from Canva that got stored in the gallery, in the phone's photo gallery. So I need to go there. So I'm going to go to choose from gallery. I never know what this is going to show. Oh my gosh, my human family. It's here. Okay. So I just tapped the first image, which was the last design that I saved, which is this morning routine thing that we built in Canva, and we'll bring it over. Okay. So if I am happy with this info also, I can just tap on post. And from here, it's going to ask me, when do I want to post? Do I want to post it right away? Do I want to save this for later? Do I want to schedule this post for a later date and time? Or do I want to send this for approval to someone else? Or is it a recurring post if I want to, post this over and over kind of thing? You can do that as well. Okay, so before I do that, before I post, I want to just show you a few advanced settings. So if you tap on the advanced settings button over here, I can turn on watermark. What that does is if I have set up a watermark for my account, like my logo or something like that, I can just turn this on as long as this is set up using the desktop version, or I shouldn't say desktop, using the web version of GoHighLevel or OneTech. That watermark will be available, will be used on here. All you have to do is turn it on or off, and it'll automatically add it. The placement of it and all of that, you would have specified when you set up the watermark previously. If this is helpful, I can actually show you that in a minute also. But just wanted to show you that watermark can be added. That's also why I don't stress out about adding the logos and things like that in Canva, because I know that I still have the option to just add it later on if I want to just use the watermark option. Okay, so that's that. And the other thing I wanted to show here is this media optimization. Where that comes into play is that if you take a photo, the LeadConnector app and GoHighLevel system itself tries to optimize that photo, but sometimes things that are taken at high resolution, sometimes it doesn't fully understand the layout of it. So I have seen sometimes it rotates the image. So in one of the previous sessions where I shared a picture of a moon, which I had taken, I think in landscape, but it rotated the image for me when it posted, and I couldn't figure out on the fly like how to fix that. So what I had to do there was I had to turn off media optimization. So if you turn off media optimization, it stops that auto rotation and stops to like do other things to reduce the resolution and stuff like that of images. So if that's something you're running into, that's a tip for you. Just turn off media optimization and you'll be good to go. The other two options on here are category and tags. They're really for you to keep yourself organized as you're scheduling content and stuff like that on here. If you're scheduling a lot of content, then, categorizing it sometimes is helpful. You might be talking about mindset. You might be talking about how-tos. You might be talking about strategy, whatever that is. If you want to just group your content and, just so that you can find it easily later on if you're ever searching your library of previously scheduled content. Categories come into play there and are helpful. Tags are also something that gives you the ability to tag content. So if a piece of content is useful for multiple categories, I shouldn't use the word categories, for multiple things later on, and you want to just tag it just so that you can search for that tag later on, all different ways you can use tags for that. Please note that these tags are different than your contact tags that you may see in GoHighLevel directly, because those are totally different. If you're using tags over here, don't think that they're going to show up over there. If you think about it, this is related to content, that is related to contacts, so they are different. Okay, so I hope this is all helpful. Now that we have gone over all of the settings and things like that, we will click on post, and I am just going to say, should I just say post now? Yeah, let's just post now, because I kind of want to see what it looks like. Okay, so that part is done. I hope this is helpful. What I want to do next is I'm going to come back to my phone screen later on. What I want to get into now is show you how to add a watermark if you're interested in that, because I think that would be helpful. So what we want to do here is under marketing, this is where all the fun stuff happens. Under social planner, so if you were scheduling content from your web version, from your desktop, this is where you would come to do that. If you don't have the social accounts connected that you want connected, you can click on socials in the top right corner and you can connect those as well. So far, I have just the 2 Facebook pages. But if I wanted to connect my LinkedIn or my TikTok or something, I could do that from here. I could also add the community, which is hosted on OneTech or in GoHighLevel. You can also add that here and post content and schedule content for your community from here as well. Okay, we are going to go under watermark. So to do that, you're going to click on settings, the little gear icon in the top right corner. Click on that. From here, one of the options you have is watermark. So right here, I have set up a SOT logo over here. So if I'm here and I'm going to simplify one thing's page, I should see this new post that we just posted right here. See? And look at that. The logo automatically showed up because we had the watermark turned on. So this is how this displays. So if you go in here, this is where it's set up. And apparently you can only set up one watermark at a time, which makes sense. Otherwise it'd be confusing which one you want to do. It's like just an on and off, right? So to set one up, you click on add watermark and browse to the file uploaded, and I'm sure that there will be prompts for you to do that. We can actually redo it if you want. Okay, so what I'm showing here is under the edit option. This is helpful and important for you to see this. So this is where you specify the alignment of your watermark or your logo. Where do you want to display it? So mine is in the bottom left, right? I'm directionally challenged. Yeah, that's left. Bottom left corner. And I have it a little bit away from the edges. So I clicked on auto padding. So that's why it's away from the edges. But if I uncheck that, it's a lot closer. But if I just do that, it's adding that a little bit. And then also for scaling, like you could have it bigger or smaller. So you can control that also. And opacity also, do you want it transparent or pretty dark and visible, right? So you get to decide that. And if you want to change this, let's say you wanted it in the top left corner or you want it in the top right corner, you could also do that and just update. And then for all future posts where you have the watermark turned on, this is how this will display. So I hope this is helpful for you to see how to set this up. Okay, so I am done covering this topic. What I want to do next is I'm going to cover one more thing because I'm using this quite a bit and I just want you to also see how to do this. If you have your testimonials and reviews connected, if you have that set up under reputation management, then you can use your mobile phone with the LeadConnector app. You can send requests for testimonials very easily to your contacts. So let me just do that so you can see how easy that is. We're in the LeadConnector app. I'm going to go to that. I'm on just like my main page. So from here, you can do it a few different ways, but the way I like doing it is by tapping on this little lightning bolt thing. And from here, I can just tap on request review. So what this does is automatically takes me to the spot where it's going to send this review link. And this is like a generic message that it's going to send where it says, how was our last session together? I'd love to hear your feedback, right? And then it'll include the review link. That link is a link that you have set up already under reputation management using the web version. So please make sure that is set up. And generally that link is to your Google My Business page or to your Facebook reviews page, or you can even include your own custom form if you want people to leave your review on a custom form. You control that and it's beautiful. All right, so under contact, I'm going to pick myself. I'm just going to pick this one. And just like that, I can send either the SMS review or the email one, either one, right? So the email one looks like this. This is what the email looks like. I haven't done a whole bit to customize it, but you can customize it further if you want. There's a template included from the web version. You can totally do that. And I can just tap on send email review request. So just like that, I'm able to send a request for somebody to leave me a testimonial. What this does is, it's so beautiful that it'll basically remind them. Also, if you have that set up, the reminder and things like that, you can establish that. You can say, okay, every 2 days, remind them a couple of times. And you basically set it up one time and that's it, right? And then after that, every single time you request a review, it'll automatically send them the link to do it. And if they haven't done it for a couple of days, it'll just remind them and all of that. So I showed you a way of how to trigger the review request manually using the app. You can also trigger it using the web version. You can also trigger it using a workflow automation. So for example, if you get done with a call or something like that, and you mark that call, somebody had booked an appointment, and you mark that appointment as completed or something like that, then automatically you can have a workflow in the back end that runs to send them that review request automatically. You can also customize it to that level where it's all automated. So it's totally up to you what your scenario is, what your use case is, what you're trying to build, and it all is possible. So if you would like to work with me and my team, we also have another program that would be super helpful and beneficial for you. I'm going to just share my screen real quick again and show you what we're doing here. This makes my heart happy. Everybody who has joined us for this program has had really good experience and have gotten a lot done. So I just want to make sure I share this with you. This is our Get It Done Wednesdays program. What we're doing here is we're really creating this as a co-working session with tech support. So it's not just you're just coming together and working on your stuff. You're coming together, working on your stuff, as well as having tech support available. So if you have a question or get stuck, the experts are there helping you out. And we're not going to do it as a hodgepodge or anything like that. There's a method to the madness. When you join, you basically pick one of the breakout rooms that you go to. You can even switch halfway through. You can say, okay, I just need to get this one little thing done for this one area, and then I want to go to a different room, learn something different, and complete something different. You totally can switch between rooms as well. We don't control that. You do. But what is beautiful about this program is that my intention is that you come in, you declare one goal, you say, I want to get this thing accomplished before the end of this session. And then you go into the right room and you work on your goal. If you get stuck, we're there ready to help. Make sure you get that thing done. If you need to talk out loud about something, whatever strategy you're trying to implement, we're there to help you and support you in that. Also, the rooms we have available are funnels and websites is one room. The automations, course creation, community creation is another room. Email marketing and social media content scheduling is another room. If you need help with designing your Canva graphics, we help you with that. If you need help with editing your videos and just learn like how to do a good job with that, tips and tricks, even with video editing, we have a room for that. And lastly, we also have included the quiet room, because sometimes all it takes is just like quiet space where after you have figured out what you need to do from going into one of these other rooms, and now you just need time to step away from the noise and just get it done. We also have the quiet room available where you can just get it done for you. So there are no long-term commitments with this program or anything like that. You just come, you just pay for the session that you want to come to, and you get that thing done and go on your way. My true intention for this program is that we tune out distractions, we sit down and we get something built, get something done, so that we are constantly and consistently making progress with our with our businesses, because so many distractions are coming our way all the time. And I personally needed a place where I could just sit down and get something done. So we have picked Wednesday as a day, middle of the week. You want to feel super accomplished. So come to one of these sessions and get it done. And we'll love to have you there. I'm also going to share the link of this. So simply it is simplifyonething.com/get it done Wednesdays. And I am literally creating a program that I wanted to be in. And going forward, I feel like I'm focusing more and more on programs that really I am feeling like I want to build for people like me. I'm a highly sensitive person. I totally understand that, I own that about myself now. So we provide a lot of love and support in my community. So you're never going to feel alone. You're never going to feel like, you're falling behind or anything like that, because we all are doing our best while juggling life. We're trying to build these super aligned businesses with ourselves, which takes a lot of courage and a lot of work. So you want to make sure that you are constantly feeling supported. And I also love workshop styles, right? Where I don't want to just tell you like how to do it. I want to sit down with you and do it with you. I really, really, really am serious about that. So I love workshop style. So if you are ready to roll up your sleeves and dive into get it done, I am there for you, friends. Hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday too if you come to this program. I love you. I will see you next time. May peace and blessings be with you. I hope that you have a super awesome, super productive week ahead. Bye.